you're definitely unique, and you definitely have something to offer. It's just like the oracle is like, but yeah, you might not want to step out there in front of those lions and them tigers and them bears like right about now.
Yeah. Yeah.
you know, you might want to just kind of chill out, let this cycle pass, and then, present your material, because at this point, that's the other thing about it. It's like timing is of the essence with stagnation, because if you don't do it at the right time, you can slide back into the stagnation, or you could get yourself out there too far that you can't maintain a new day. And you can't sustain yourself now. So it's definitely about timing as well.
Okay. Okay.
How about you, Alex? You want to add something?
Yeah, it's about Pavi's question, and on 12, line 3, I have an interpretation, a German interpretation, and it looks like there is also a feeling of shame coming out with, there is some conflict, and I don't know if I'm putting this as a question. Can that be? And
yeah, I was thinking that I see where you're going, Alex, and I think that's what I was trying to kind of touch on, and that is that's an aspect of Tahuti's person, his inner knowing is guiding him, but it's also dealing with some of his own insecurities. So his inner knowing is like, do it now, and he's like sort of okay, and then he may not. But then his inner knowing says, well, you want to do it, but don't do it now. And then he may try. So it's like this whole back and forth, not quite sure, not quite moving, what do you call it, in sync with his inner knowing, and moving at the time that he should move, or pull back when he should pull back. So he's kind of grappling. From the 12th hexagram, it's like he's grappling with wanting to get out of this cycle of, I'm getting ready to do it, I didn't do it. Get ready to do it, I didn't do it. I'm getting ready to do it, I didn't do it. It's like I call it a rut. The 12th hexagram, you're in a rut, and it's hard to get out of it.
Yeah.
The rut, like you're in this place, and you keep doing this thing, and you know that it's not what you really want to do, but you keep doing it anyway. Or you want to break loose, but you don't do whatever it is that you need to do to get out. So I use the example of people who go to the same job every day, and they do the same thing every day, and they come home and they feel the same way every day, but they won't go get a different job. They won't put in the application. They may complain a lot about the same job, doing it every day, doing the same thing. There's no joy. You get anxious. You get fearful. You get depressed, because there's no joy now in stagnation. The joy is lost because you're in that rut now. You can't enjoy life because you're living life in a rut. Mm-hmm. So after a while, you start feeling like, I really got to get out of this. I really got to get out of this. Now, what happens too in 12 is petty arguments can take place. What do I mean by that? Well, you can't stand your job. You keep going, and you at the job every day. You got attitude. You just don't feel like being there. Is no joy in your life, and you just walk around with an attitude all the time. Well, and it don't take it. So now you get the whole, because we have a term that we use called touch off. And now, somebody just step on your toe or drop a pencil or just bump into you. Now you're ready to fight because the energy you got to break it. It's like, it's so whatever that there has to be a breaking point so that you can get out of it, So that's one aspect of 12. The other aspect of it, which is, because it's all about getting out. It's like, I got to get out. I got to get out. So the other aspect of it is that somebody will come along with a bribe. Like, hey man, I know you don't like this job. You want to, I can hook you up. I can get you some, you can make like $2,000-3,000 a day. You might not want to, I could hook you up, me and you. And you be like, yeah, man, because this life sucks. I got a bug life. It sucks. And so I want out. And so you have to be really careful that your higher self guides you out of the situation and not the shadow guides you into a worse situation. So stagnation is a very, very serious hexagram, and that's where that's where the danger is. That's where the advice is. That's where the guidance comes in, because the oracle knows human nature. And human nature, if you've been in a situation long enough, dude be like, why you stuff your wife in the refrigerator?
Wow.
Why you put her in the freezer?
That's a little extreme.
He's like, what? My wife in the freezer? Wow, it's been so quiet and peaceful around here. I didn't know she missing. Because you just get to a point where you can't take it anymore, and you do something rash. Because you got to break the monotony, so so that's the other aspect of it too in the 12th hexagram, where you do something rash and now you're in big trouble because now so that's all in 12 too. So like by the time you get to the 5th line and the 6th line, you're sort of getting there now. Now you're in the position now where you're beginning to gain control over your life, because you feel like your life is not yours. You just whatever. It's such a routine that you're like a robot. And so you can't grow when you're like that. There's no growth there. That's why it's called stagnation. It's, so yeah. And then you get gradual